Hello, fellow academics, and welcome to another episode of Chilling at the Water with our baby beavers. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to Willowmere. We are still making good progress, I might say so. Last episode, we have started to expand our windmill farm, and we're still wrapping up this project, which is solely dependent on getting more paper, but I think we shouldn't overdo it and just leave it at that. So the next part we want to finish up is this bad water storage facility, or whatever else we should call it, which is also currently being built. So nothing to rush over here. So we need to figure out how we are going to solve our future water problems, because I can almost guarantee you we will have a ton of them. Yep, let me detonate this, a bit more storage. So we need more explosives. And what do we need in order to get explosives? We actually need some bad water. Now they are pumping whatever is left in this area over here, kind of hidden underneath our water wheels. So there's a little bit of bad water left. But we're kind of needing to wait for the next normal season for this to be fully functional. In the meantime, I would say we start prepping. So they need 5 bad water. We have 2 pumpers that are probably not, no, they are pretty efficient, I want to say. So maybe we just need another one. Are we overbuilding this a little bit? I think so. Is it okay? I sure think so. Let's skip that last word that I wanted to add. Okay. So we're gonna put another bad water pumper. Actually, let's not put him over here. Since we are expanding this area right there, in order to store some bad water, we should actually move our bad water pumpers to where the bad water is. So we're going to expand. Let's do it from the other side. Actually, we should do it from the other side anyways. So sorry about that. Let's remove these. Nothing ever happened. And we're going to place our 2-level platforms in here. And with this, we have enough space for 3 of our bad water pumpers. And they should be underwater. Just one of those days. Really need to relax tonight, so I'm glad to be back. All right, here we go. So all of this is put in place. I'm very happy about this. And I think in the long term, we're just gonna explode these and remove those bad water pumpers. And then just, start using the area down there. But future worries. All right. In addition, we should probably start thinking more about the well-being of our beavers. Now, we do have not enough planks to do anything. We do have a ton of logs. So the Agora kind of sounds really nice though. And I wonder if we could place it here. I could see that being kind of fun if you're traveling to work and see that from above. That could be kind of cool. Alternatively, where else could we place it? For the Agora, let's actually have a quick read. It's a large gathering place where beavers can discuss timber-related topics. So it should be close, or as close as possible, to our city center. But I think over here, it'd be quite a nice signature building in this corner. So let's go ahead and high prioritize the chopping down of these trees. Actually, while I'm at it, let's do that for all of the trees up here, so we don't need to think about them anymore. Okay. And they are happily still building all of this. And yeah, most of the windmills are done. Literally just waiting for paper. So no need to panic, it will happen. All right. It is nighttime again. Nothing to do during nighttime. But let's see what else. Dance hall could be kind of nice. Is it dance hall? I don't think it needs power. This one does. Yeah, the detailer. Ooh, we could put in some detailer. Now that would be fun up here. Maybe we'll just place that in front of that station. 1,000 science, let's do it. 3 of them. Yeah, 3 is a bit overkill. Let's do 2 instead and add a little bit of decoration. Now, I think a scarecrow. Now the scarecrow is not really needed up here, but I think it will look fun, like kind of nice. Do they get bonuses? I don't think they get bonuses from hedges. This Neaver. Bulletin board. Great to get this in there somewhere. Maybe I'll remove this tree and actually I will, because all of them need to pass some of this area. So here we go. Tree removed. Bulletin board added in. That doesn't need a lot of resources, so super high prioritize that. They don't need a lot of resources either, so let's do that as well. We don't get all of the patterns though, we only have 2. I think that's okay though. What do you guys think? Should we enable them to use all the patterns? We can always put in some more, but you know, want to hear your thoughts. All right. In the meantime, we have 5 unemployed beavers. So time to unpause the wood workshop, unpause both of the gear workshops. What is our power situation? Our power situation is actually doing okay, which is awesome. Which means we can add actually 2 more scientists, so we can high prioritize science again. Yay. Okay. A little bit of happiness, at least for me. And overall doing okay. Which means at the moment we also don't need any additional housing, but we will keep this in mind for future work. We should also consider how we are planning to get over this way. But I think what we could do is put on platforms over here and then allow our beavers to move actually instead of platform. Well, so here's what I'm thinking, right? We could put paths all the way up here, right? And then we could use some of our monuments, for example, the farmer monument, to place it right in this. Oh, it's only a 2 wide. It's also 2 wide. That is definitely not going up there. Oh, look at how massive that is. Right. So, considering what the monuments are only 2 wide, what we can actually do is put a triple one over here and then put a double one on both of these sides, and then we can build our monuments up here and still have our path that kind of passes in the middle and allows us to build more things up. Right. Contemplation spot is still pretty low. I guess it is still kind of far to get there. Contemplate. So I think that we should try to fix. Kind of would like to keep the contemplation spots in a wooded area. Because it just sounds nice, I want to say. I think so. Right. So, but the next thing that we want to build is the Agora. Oh, I can't place it here because of the pylon. Interesting. So if I were to put another pylon up here and connect the two pylons to sort of circumvent all of this. Let's give that a try. Let's see what happens. Always up for, you know, trying something new. All right, zipline pylon, highest priority. And then we can build the Agora. Now they have finished building this area right here, which means I want to also have them finish building this area right there. So let's already put this on highest priority, because once the drought is over, these guys really need to start pumping the bad water. So we'll be doing okay. Well, at least hopefully. And once they've put all of this in, actually don't need this dam right here. We're also going to already pre-destroy these two dams right here. But once this is in and the drought ended, we're in a good state to finally wrap up all of this. Where are you going? I guess you're already bringing extract in. Now, since we're here already, let's make sure they also remove all the trees right here. Don't need those anymore. And then I can place all the dynamite up here as well. And I can actually already place it all the way over here. And then we're kind of done. Planning it at least. Let's see how long it will actually take us to do it. But, you know, good starting point. Okay, well, maybe not done. I guess we still need to plan this area down. So this is a double dynamite area, which means this gets us all the way to the bottom of the... Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's why I built this part. Yeah. Which means we can already start planting these here. So you're triple, all of you are triple. Now to the double, all of you are double. So are you. Already fill you guys up. You're double, you're double. And then single. Don't know why I clicked away. Here we go. Single dynamite. Here we go. And just to make sure we can reach everything, we're going to place 2 of these down here. Also should try to connect this up. Double dynamite. In heat, no, in landscaping, I was in the right one. Why are you not? I forgot to high prioritize. Sorry about that. For a little tree stump. We also want to chop you guys down. I prioritize all of this. Now you all of here need a triple explosion part. And that is it. Now we're not gonna explode this part, obviously, because then the water will rush in. We could expand this over here. I don't know if it's worth it. Well, I like the, you know, like perfectionist in me. Maybe it's a bit overkill. Also, I don't think, yeah, I mean, overall, there's no real benefit in doing so. All right. Last windmill almost in. 14 days left. Doing overall, I want to say okay in terms of water. Still, we have a length of 2 left in here, which is also good. We also have already 2,400 water, so nothing really to worry about, to be honest. So, what next? They are kind of, I don't want to say wasting their time over here. What is happening over this way, by the way? Oh, they're not doing any of this because I put it on the lowest priority. Not lowest, but second lowest. So let them actually build a bit more on this, and then we're just gonna direct things based on highest priority. 21. I don't know why they increased their happiness, but you know, works for me. Not complaining. And maybe it is time now to think about our next food supply. Because, well, I wanted to finally finish our water storage over here. I honestly don't think it's gonna happen in this episode because we are just very short of dynamite, for which we just need all the bad water we can get. I guess one thing that we could do is replace this with a proper, like, deep or like big storage facility. So you know what, let's do that. I'm gonna place it over here and still leave one path or one tile or possible path through here. And then we're going to into storage, large storage facility. Guess it doesn't really matter if in here or there. And then we're gonna set this to the highest priority. That means I can remove this. I can already destroy this. I should be able to get all the I need. Metal blocks is a bit short. Not too much though. So I think that will be okay. But I think that is something that we should also focus on next episode, just massively expanding our metal production. And looks like we could use a few more beavers at this point. So now that is something we could already build. So you guys are basically done with this anyways. And how did I do this over here? I put a triple overhang. Oh, right, because I connected it all the way to the edge. So let's do the same over this way. Put down the triple here and here. Also set these to high priorities again. Mostly just because we can, I guess. And then we need the connecting platforms here and here with our staircases. All right. With that, once that is in place, we can almost immediately put another sleeping quarter down, and then we'll be doing okay. One thing that we need to keep an eye on is the food production. We're at 780. And that is kind of where I was coming from when I said we probably need to consider putting down our next farm. Or we could put down our next aquatic farm. We have a ton of spatter dog. We're doing okay in terms of the productivity, I guess. We're running a bit short on logs now, but that's, I think, because we're also building this up here again. So, anyways, let's put in another efficient farmhouse. And I think, yeah, let's leave one gap over there. Put in a path though. And then let's look at what things we can still build. And I think it's literally just the wheat. We're gonna expand this over here a little bit, because I think overall that looks just nice. Maybe we leave this. Nah, let's just plant all of this as well. All right. And once this is in, I think we're definitely okay in terms of wheat production. The next thing that we need to consider is putting in our bakeries. Actually, windmills first and then the bakeries. So let's go on the food, or not windmills, grist mill, I guess. So you need power. Bakery, you do not need power, but you need wood. Could put in beehives. Beehives are iffy at best. Because when you put in beehives, some of your beavers get stung and then they get sad. Which makes me sad. But yeah, let's try not to get our beavers get stung. And I don't quite know if I've noticed the overall benefit, I want to say. But yeah, anyways. So let's see, where can we put this? It would be nice to put it close to here. Then again, close to here means close to here means close to here, which means we could just try to connect this up over here. Now we've kind of built the batteries so they block this access. Having more batteries would be nice though. So why don't we go ahead and do more crazy stuff and place another set of batteries like this. So we could leave this open, because on neither side it would be fully connected, but why would we? When we can put it on the other side and just have it rest and grind on the power. No, sorry, I can't do that. I'm not an engineer. No, I'm, well, anyways, but you know, that is just insanity. All right. So let's make sure we high prioritize this, because then we can put the grist mill up here. We also then need to blow the soil away over here. So that would be 2 high. Sorry, 4 high here. And this part there would be 2 high. So if we place triple explosives twice, we should be all right. So that's what we're gonna do. Triple explosives here. Now, like I said, these should be double explosives down here. What did they... Oh, I forgot. I have the path down here. So they can actually still go through this, and we're not completely losing the path. I'm just putting this back in, just to make sure they can actually still reach it. We do need to set this now to bad water. We had already blown this part up, so as the drought comes to an end, we're kind of in a good spot to expand our bad water again. So here what they have done is put in this pylon, which allows us to redirect this path, and hopefully in our well-being we can now put in, and we can, our Agora. 400 science, definitely do that. Highest priority of that. 60 planks, we have a ton of that. We're again a bit low on logs right now. By a bit low, I mean we almost have 1,000 logs in storage, which pretty good, I want to say. But yeah. Right, our chestnuts food is going down actually, so we do need to actually very much focus on our food production, which means I need to prioritize the explosives over here as well. We want to make sure that our beavers will be able to put in the grindstone as soon as possible. Oh, we're back up to 700, so that is good. I think we're a bit low on sunflower seeds. Makes me wonder. I have a ton of carrots, right? 320 carrots. I think I'm gonna remove another 2 rows of carrots. And once they are done, we're gonna replace them with sunflower seeds. Now I like to snack as well, but they seem to be eating a lot of... Do I not have? No, I do have sunflower seed storage. Yeah, no idea what they're doing with it. But, you know, snack time is good. Oh, wow. Oh, it needs extract. Oh, I didn't know that. And we're out. Oh. Well. Makes me wonder if we need more space for 300 extract storage will be fine. Once we are done with all of our explosives, we're down to the last third. Sorry. Once we're done with our explosives, we're not using the extract for anything anymore. So actually using it in here will make a lot of sense. But that also means I built this for nothing because they can't do it. What are they doing with the extract? I mean, I would kind of get if it was an elixir, as I keep saying, because, you know, they could drink it, but, huh. Anyways, right, just because we can, we're going to connect this up over here, because, yeah, why not? Put in the path right there, staircase right there. How's this going along? Yes, okay. Not great, but okay. What is it lacking, actually? Too far from the... really? Right, this is back in. I hope, considering how much wood they're using up, yeah, they're actually building this back here pretty well. Right, why did that not go to the normal priority? This one piece. Right. I want you to prioritize these two. And we could kind of go down and back up here, but I think after that it's time to really build this stairway to heaven-ish. So let's high prioritize this for now. Couldn't have super high prioritized this. Now it's competing with that. So let's go back. And with this one. And click, 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 click. Trying to make this a little bit quieter for this episode, but I'll see. All right. Oh, hold on 1 minute. All right. I thought so. The episode is starting to get a little bit long, so, well, I'm trying to keep it at 30 minutes. Anyways, I will leave it at that. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like. It does mean a ton to me. And hope you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so, and I hope to see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.